town at Cornwall Council is in debt.
That Nottingham City Council has gone bankrupt. So we had Birmingham City Council, we've got Nottingham City Council, and my personal council, Gravesham Borough Council, didn't have enough money.
UK councils are on the brink of bankruptcy. They're raising the council tax up to 5 times the legal limit.
Going bankrupt is probably the worst thing that could happen to any council. I can't think of anything more serious than bankruptcy.
And all the councils up and down the country are the exact same. Do you know, everybody is the exact same. Every council is bankrupt.
If the council does go bankrupt, what does that mean for Enfield residents? Well, it means a massive council tax increase.
Councils are literally in paralysis, which means all the services are going to start falling apart.
Throw it in the bin, take it away. I don't want it anymore, because everywhere I go, everywhere I look, I'm just getting tickets left, right and centre. I'm so over it. Like, I'm parking outside my house, I'm getting tickets. I've appealed every single one of them. They've rejected it all. I literally go down the same road every single day to take my kids to school. I went down the road. Apparently, you can't go down the road anymore. It's for only bicycles and motorcycles. When did it change?
Hi folks, so in the news today it is seen that Labour's Rachel Reeves is set to slap drivers with a 2k electric car tax increase, £2,000 electric increase on luxury vehicles worth over £40,000 a year. Now, as we know, electric vehicles were meant to be exempt from road tax, but we're not surprised. Labour have backpedalled, as like they've backpedalled on everything they've done this year and broken every promise they've made to us, and they are going to have to start charging people for using electric vehicles. Now, the smaller cars are going to be charged, I think, £10 for the year, for the first year, and after that it's going to go up to £190 a year. That's what I've read online. Now, I don't know about you, but you know, the whole point of encouraging people to get electric cars was to reduce pollution, so it made sense not to charge them road tax, because that was the whole point of switching, was that, you know, it was cleaner for the environment. Now, I'm personally not a lover of electric cars. I think they need a lot of work doing to them. Everyone I know who's got one has regretted buying one, because they said they'd had problems with it. The battery doesn't charge as well. You know, it's not cost efficient. It's not as good as what they were led to believe. And they've had a lot of teething problems with them. Now, this is going to be interesting to see where this goes. You know, I don't know anyone who's actually happy with Labour and anything they've done since they've got in, because all they've done is, you know, betray the working class people and backpedal on everything they said they wouldn't do, every tax they wouldn't raise, and they wouldn't do this, wouldn't do that. But lo and behold, they've gone and done it anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. You know, I personally don't think this is good. I think this is, you know, quite a nasty thing that they've done. But let me know what you think. You know, I personally think in the next sort of 5 to 10 years, it's going to get to the point working class people just won't be able to afford to drive. I mean, you know, I probably do about 8,000 miles in my car. Thankfully my car's ULEZ compliant and it's petrol, but you know, that could only be for another couple of years. They might change it so that all cars have to be electric, otherwise, you know, you'll have to pay. So yeah, you know, I just think this is going to cripple the working class people. It's going to get to the point only rich people will be able to afford to have cars, and it's, you know, it's just going to ruin a lot of people's lives. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Be interested to hear people's views on this.
If I get another parking ticket, just
one great British people, have a look at this now, yeah? Everywhere you go in London, this is what's happening to the roads. All the little side roads have been blocked off. All the little filter lanes, roads, you know, to cut out the traffic, are being blocked off. Why? No great explanation. Roads that used to filter out the traffic, and you can take that road to sort of like, you know, cut out the traffic and, you know, let the traffic move more freely. All these little roads have been blocked off. The British motorists have been hijacked. We've been robbed. Yeah, we've been held at ransom. So your car insurance has gone up. Yeah, your road tax gone up. And then at the same time, there's no road to drive on. Yeah, make that make sense to me, people. Why? Why is this happening? These are things that we need to talk about. Peace.
So let's talk about John Paul Ross, the Green Party candidate here in Preston East. Now, on the surface, John seems like a nice enough bloke, but let's get real about what he actually stands for. John wants 20-mile-an-hour speed limits rolled out across Preston East, even in areas with no record of accidents or danger, just because it fits his agenda. He's happy to see your council tax go up to fund cycle lanes that barely get used, because he cycles to work and John thinks that you should too. John wants to invest your pension funds into so-called green projects, risky, unproven schemes, while pensioners are struggling to heat their homes. He's pushing for more bus zones that cause traffic chaos, for wind farms and solar panels across our countryside, and guess what? He's all in on net zero, the same madness that's driving up your energy bills while foreign companies get rich. He opposes new roads. He wants to see fewer cars, higher fuel costs, more restrictions, and if you ask him who pays for all of this, he doesn't have a clue. And let's not forget, he supports open borders and refuses to call out the illegal immigration crisis that's putting pressure on housing, schools and services here in Preston. That's not common sense. That's not what this area needs. I'm standing to bring things back to reality, with safer streets, low taxes, real answers, not eco-fantasies. If you want a cycle lane, fine, but don't force everyone else to pay for your hobby. If you want clean air, great, but let's do it without crippling working families. It's time we stopped pandering to these fringe ideas and started putting our communities first. Vote Reform UK on the 1st of May and let's bring back common sense.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but he's at it again. Sadiq Peanut Brain Khan. Oh, you're not going to like this. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. He's scrapping the congestion charge discount for locals who don't have an electric car. Well, that's all good and well if you can afford a feckin' electric car, because they're not cheap.
For people who should not be here, number one. Number two, have never worked and will possibly never work in this country and pay taxes and national insurance. What do they think is going to happen? What is going to happen? It cannot continue. The taxpayers cannot continue to fund other countries, other people. It cannot continue. The country is going to go broke very, very quickly if this continues.
Hello everybody, Blackpool Council is £210 million in debt. Why is that? Well, they built a hotel. This is one of the reasons. They built a hotel here behind me. Can you see the Holiday Inn? Now we just turn around here. They built this huge monstrosity. It's not in keeping with the place. They also want to build down here on the right hand side of the picture a university. The issue here is this is our money coming into the town, back into the town, but it's being used by corporate businesses. This links into the council, which is under like orders, as it were, to help big business use our money for their profits and to pay the debts on the bank. This is how it's destroying our society. People probably wouldn't. I mean, obviously there's falls against for everything, but really the general trend is that could have been built on the outskirts of Blackpool with parking. There's no thought to it. People and the residents around here don't want the university here. So what we need to do is we need to bring back local democracy. I'm standing for the independent MP in Blackpool, and I will put your wishes to the Parliament and also to the Council. So thank you very much, and please pass the message around. Please like and share this to all your groups in Blackpool and your friends, and let's make a difference. Thank you very, very much.
UK councils are on the brink of bankruptcy. They're raising the council tax up to 5 times the legal limit. So over 4 million households in England could face council tax hikes, and that's up to 5 times the legal limit as cash-strapped local authorities exploit a loophole to tackle budget shortfalls. So exactly the numbers are about 4.4 million people that will be affected. So a total of 8 councils are proposing significant increase ranging from 10% to 25% starting this year in April, and that's surpassing the usual 4.99% cap set by the government. So the Royal Borough of Windsor and Maidenhead stands with plans for staggering 25% rise. That's the largest council tax increase in England in 20 years. But these sharp hikes are being made possibly by councils threatening to issue Section 114 notice, effectively declaring bankruptcy, which grants them ability to exceed standard limits with ministerial approval. So what do you think in this case? Like, I think it's ridiculous because our own council is going through nearly to brink of bankruptcy. They will increase and make